I'm going to trigger that show. So people have been wondering. Okay, all right, we're live. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Can you run something? No, you know what? Don't. Let's see. Atlas of the National Parks. Yes, let's focus on that. Hold on. Transform. For those of you listening, yes, we know you can hear us. And Jesse has funny stories ready to go, right, Jesse?
Every rose has its thorn. Maybe.
Does he sing that song?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I love him then. I didn't know.
Pretty sure.
Is he? No. Wait, let's see what songs he's written. That's. Yeah. I'm gonna get caught up on his songs then. I love that song. But I thought that was no.
I don't know. I could be.
Oh,
wrong.
You're right. Every rose has its thorn.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm a forever fan now. The Rock of Love. I didn't get it. I mean, I got it because I watched every. I don't remember why I watched it. I think that was in the.
It's reality TV. We got 10 seconds before we go on.
All right, thanks. That's a great song. That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live audience there, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope TV, LinkedIn. Glad to have you with us. On today's show, we've got stories as well as an upcoming guest. We're going to be talking to John Waterman, who's a returning guest on this show. Atlas of the National Parks, a new National Geographic Wonderland of Wonders. Of course, National Geographic, always known for its great many variety of photography as well as great information. So we're going to find out from John, who has been around the world in many ways, more than one. Super excited about this. So we'll be talking to him around the corner on this. And if you've been to any national park, which is a national park to go to, especially during coronavirus, I would figure a good majority are, especially because you can, keep safe, be socially distant, don't come up against the wildlife. I think that's the question I have for John. We'll talk about that around the corner. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
Today's a day of sorts. National Banana Bread Day, National Dog Biscuit Day, National Tile Day, and World Spay Day. Sounds a little weird when you say it that way, but which of these will you celebrate today, Jesse?
I'll go with banana bread because I don't know what World Spade Day is.
Okay. Well, spay or neuter.
Exactly.
So that's kind of important. But the way they said it, World Spay Days, just sounds a little offsetting, doesn't it? It's like if you just
give me some banana bread.
Just banana bread it is. All right. Banana bread is, of course, one of the delectables of everybody's life every now and then. Have you had a good banana bread? Tell us where you have had it. Personally, I've been wanting some good banana bread. Of course, the recipe goes all the way back to the 1930s, where baking soda and baking powder made banana bread and other quick bread standard features in American cookbooks. Pillsbury's. Wait, no, that's Tigger. Which one's the Doughboy? Oh yeah, there it is. That's it. Yeah. Broad bread recipes came into the Balanced Recipes Cookbook in 1933. The release of Chiquita Bananas Recipe Book in 1950 further secured the banana bread's acceptance. Bananas first made their appearance, oddly, in what year, Jesse?
1905.
Ooh. Not bad. I'll give you it. This is a hard one. In 1870 in the United States. How weird, huh? You never think about that. When did they just pop in? You're like, what is that weird fruit? I can see some going, it's a vegetable. For a long time, Americans saw the tropical fruit as merely that, a fruit, not an ingredient. It would take a few decades before they started seeing the banana's potential. Who knew? Only one early recipe came from the Vienna Model Bakery. It advertised banana bread as something new in 1893, April 21st, in the edition of St. Louis Post-Dispatch. A new restaurant bakery owner owned by Gaff, Fleischmann and Company, the Vienna Model Bakery was known for its baked goods and was likely one of the first to produce banana bread in the U.S. The recipe was made with banana flour made by drying strips of the fruit, then grinding it to a powder. In Hawaii during World War I, a surplus of bananas resulted from a few ships available to export the fruit. To prevent waste, alternative uses for bananas were developed. Bakeries started incorporating the fruit into their bread, and the recipe was printed on the Maui News on April 12, 1918. So there you go. Banana bread has some very interesting, in fact, they even called it Unifruit. Oh, I see. There was a company called Unifruit. That's kind of a good name for a fruit. All right, so there you go. That's the news, and of course, since it is World Spay Day, kind of good to spay or neuter your amazing pet in the event that they, spring's coming. You know what happens in the spring, Jesse?
Yeah, that's when all the new dogs and cats start popping out.
Yep, exactly. Speaking of spring, I'm excited for this guest tomorrow, by the way. If you guys have not tuned in as of regular, set your alarms, okay? Because tomorrow, I kid you not, we have a very special guest, which I'm going to go out on a limb and say this much. The guy knows how to, we got to give like, how do you call it? What's a, like a guess who it is guest. Like, can you give some hints? There you go. Give some hints, Jesse.
Let's see. He's in a band that his name could be considered dangerous. That's pretty good, right?
You know what? His name could be considered dangerous.
The name of their band is considered dangerous.
Oh, the name of the band is considered dangerous. Like dangerous duck or dangerous.
I don't know. It could be a dangerous item or liquid. I don't know.
Okay, I'll go with that one. Dangerous item. I like that actually. That actually kind of works. Okay, so he also had a reality show, which I actually used to watch. I'm not gonna, yeah. Has a lot of the ladies and knows how to work it, and rightly so.
And he likes to wear a bandana.
And he loves bandanas, and he rocks them too. By the way, he rocks them. His favorite, I think, is a red, and possibly a blue. He interchanges, but in East LA, you got to be careful with bandanas,
right? You don't want to get smacked up by a couple gang members.
Yeah. Well, I think they would say, you know what, it's you. I think, and then he would do like a concert. They'd be like, you know what, we're gonna let you go. On that note,
so give me a concert.
Yeah, so let's see. Has anybody guessed the potential? And I know some, if they're thinking like bands, are thinking, okay, which band would I want to see next? This is going to be a hard act to follow. I'm not going to lie. I don't think we've had this type of stardom on the show when it comes to bands. Okay, and I don't think anybody's really tried to guess. But there you go. So,
in the 80s,
Bret Michaels is going to be with us. We were really trying to get that one, like, really teased. I don't think we did a good job with that. But Bret Michaels going to be here on the show officially tomorrow, live. And so if you got your questions, get them ready to go. Bret Michaels. You know what? And you know what, Jesse? Sometimes I forget the songs that certain guests, sing. So what are among your favorite that he sings?
Well, the only one that comes to my mind is "Every Rose Has Its Thorn."
Mm-hmm.
That's the one song that comes to mind whenever I hear Poison. But you know what? It's been a while since I've actually listened to them, so I might go back and rock their album later tonight.
I'm rocking their album all day long. You got to go that far. Let's see. Riding Against the Wind. All I Ever Needed. Fallen. Oh, that's a good one. Actually, I know that one. I actually like that music video. He has a lot of good music videos. Nothing to Lose. Bittersweet. One More Day. Singer-songwriter, of course, and extraordinarily a good looking guy. So get the ladies up and ready for that. Because that was the show that I saw, Rock of Love. Do you guys remember that, Rock of Love? Which I felt sorry for him because I was like, some of the ladies just want to be with you because of the fame, and I'm not cool with that. Of course, he was on The Apprentice and many other great 100 greatest songs of the 80s, by the way. So there you go. I think he wants to re-enliven that show, but I've got tips for him on how to pick the right lady who doesn't want him just for the fame and or the fortune and or just the notoriety. You know what I mean? Because there's those, right?
Right? For someone like him, it'll be hard to choose someone because it's like, do they love you or do they love the fame?
Well, I remember him fighting because I believe he has a health problem as well. And I remember one of them really cared about him. But there you go. So we'll find out. We'll find out all on tomorrow's show. So we'll be talking to him around the corner. Super excited about that. But did you know his actual real name is Brett Michael Sychek?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm looking at Wikipedia. I don't know that I want to bring that up because he might write a song against us. But there you go. He sold over 45 million records worldwide and 15 million records in the U.S. alone. This is how I do my research. So there you go. It's, of course, his top 10 single. Number one single, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, is among many greats. He has several solo albums to his credit, including the soundtrack album to the 98 film A Letter from Death Row, in which he starred, wrote, and directed a rock album, Songs of Life, in 2003. He's appeared in several films and TV shows, including as a judge on Nashville Star, which led to his country-influenced rock album Freedom of Sound in 2005. He started in the hit VH1 reality show Rock of Love with Bret Michaels. That's the one I remember going, who is this guy? But I liked him. I just didn't like all the ladies he was like, because, seriously, they just were in it just to be, I'm with Brett. And then we were like, yeah, but didn't any of them show up in the end? I don't know. I don't want to talk about his, unless he wants to talk about it. Because sometimes love could be a little tricky, especially when you're in the rock business, right? He's in the winning, actually, he was the winning contestant on Celebrity Apprentice 3. That's how smart he is, by the way. Genius level. And featured in his own reality docuseries, Bret Michaels' Life as I Know It, which inspired his highest charting album as a solo artist, custom built, reaching number 1 on Billboard's Hard Rock list. He's known for hosting on the Travel Channel. And so there you go. So you know what? He could probably give us some tips on our next guest, but we have him tomorrow. So tune into that. Set your alarms. You're not going to want to miss that. All right. So Bret Michaels, everybody. See, Elisa saying, yes, I watched Rock of Love. I guarantee you Elisa's going to be here tomorrow. I guarantee you. She says he is so awesome. So there you go. All right. So that's coming up tomorrow. Stay tuned. Tell the friends, tell the family. And again, we're coming back with a little bit of National Geographic. Yeah, it's happening just around the corner. You're not going to want to miss it. We're talking about the actual where to go when it comes to travel. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Running out of letterhead, what do? Lithopass Printing. You need business cards, now what? Lithopass Printing. Invitations to a wedding? Lithopass Printing and Banning is the answer. Lithopass Printing can provide banners, signs, and blueprints. Think of Lithopass Printing and Banning for quality graduation, birthday party, and baby shower invitations. Lithopass Printing also provides lamination, faxing, and photo prints. If you need it inked, make it Lithopass Printing. Lithopass Printing and Banning.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Want to get it off your chest? The Dave Weinbaum Show is streaming live on KMET 1490 and 98.1. They say the show is run by boobs. Well, let me tell you something about us boobs. We're real and spectacular. Sunday morning, Pacific time, 11 a.m.
KMET presents the 2-hour Heart to Heart radio show every Thursday afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. Heart to Heart grapples with personal issues of addiction recovery, sex therapy, relationships, and traumas. With over 60 years of combined counseling experience, Dr. Mitra and me, Dr. Robert, discuss lifestyle and treatments to help you cope and achieve the inner peace we all desire. The 2-hour Heart to Heart radio show is here for you every Thursday afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. Join us.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Periscope TV audiences, wherever you're tuning in, we appreciate you. Yes, it is that time for the Atlas of the National Parks, National Geographic by John Waterman. Returning guest with us, John. Good morning. Welcome to the show, John. John, you there? Okay, I think we're waiting to get John here on the show in just a minute. We'll get John ready to go, unless he's on a commercial break, but we'll try to get him with us. Let me know, Jesse, when we have him, okay? Let's see. Also, we've got a lot of other stories as well. And if you're just tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from.
He's on right now.
Is he there? Okay. John, you there with us?
Hi there.
Hi, John. Good to have you with us. Obviously, Atlas of the National Parks, National Geographic, pretty big situation there you got going on. Question, did you come into contact with any wildlife, and what do you do in the event that you do visit one of these national parks?
Well, if you should run into a grizzly bear, you never run away from a grizzly bear. But if you do run away, just make sure you're not the slowest runner in your group.
You know, it's funny. Jesse talks about that. He says, you know, sometimes like I would just offer him as a sacrifice and then just run. But no, I'm joking. He knows I am. John, obviously, look, you are a filmmaker, an adventurer, award-winning author. Having received a lot of grants from the National Geographic Society, you've been able to take, I think, your love into something that I think a lot of people need to do a little bit more, especially during coronavirus, because I'm saying if you got to go somewhere, go to a national park if it's safe. What's the situation now with that?
Well, we have to travel in these national parks like we travel to any other public place. When you're in a visitor center, likely to be amongst a lot of people, you have to practice social distancing skills, keep your mask handy, but many of these national parks are all about the backcountry. So it's a great place to go to leave the crowds behind as well.
Yeah, let's talk about this book. It covers, well, you've explored 61 national parks, 33 are shared here, all including a variety of such. Obviously, it's hard, I guess, for you to pick any one, but if you were to pick just a couple that you would recommend to somebody living in the California area, if I wanted to go maybe further east or northeast, because I've been up north to Yosemite, but I would imagine there are some parks that probably are not often talked about.
Yeah, I think that it's a great question because Yosemite is one of the more popular, one of the 10 most popular national parks. And if you can get out to, say, Joshua Tree, also in California, you might see you will see fewer people, but regardless of where you go, whether Yosemite or Joshua Tree, I think the trick is to get out into the backcountry, leave the parking lot far behind, and plan on doing some walking, crawl if you have to, and get out there and explore. That's what these parks are for, to be out in nature.
Well, and I just want to share, this is one of many books that you've done. I'm sharing your website right now, jonathanwaterman.com, and the books range from this new book, again, Atlas of the National Parks, In the Shadow of Denali, Chasing Denali, The Colorado River, Running Dry, Where Mountains Are Nameless, Arctic Crossing, and much, much more. How do you go from one to the next and then say, okay, I'm ready for what's the next series for you, if there is one?
Well, that's a great question, but I've just always had a wanderlust. and I love a challenge, of course, but I love to be immersed in the natural settings that, like you find in the national parks. So I just get a hankering to go see a place. Often, to tell you the truth, the inspiration comes from looking at a map. And when I look at a map, I begin to get intensely curious about how the landscape, the actual landscape, might match up with the map that I'm looking at. And that's the wonder of this book, Atlas of the National Parks, because it's a book filled with over 160 maps. And I'm guessing that readers would be equally inspired and enchanted to look at these maps as a way to be inspired to go visit these parks.
Well, and look, you visited a lot. Obviously, you have probably, I think, stories for days, right? What's your favorite? I hate asking favorite because you got just so many of them. But I guess probably one of your most recent stories that nobody, like, if you were a reality show, people would not believe it happened to you, type of reality.
Yeah, well, I don't tell this story in the book, and I'm just going to share it with your listeners. But when I was a ranger in Denali National Park, we had some bad, quote unquote, bad boy grizzly bears that we had to train to stay out of campers' campsites. So we would entice them into our campsite by cooking the foods that they love the best. And as soon as they came within 20 yards of our site, I would blast them in the rear end with a rubber bullet.
Oh!
Train them not to come into other campers' sites.
Hey, boo-boo, it's John Wanderman. Let's not go over there. So is that what pretty much you were doing? Like,
essentially, but there was great suspense and intrigue in each one of these bear encounters, as you can imagine. Enticing a bear to come into your camp is not an ordinary experience.
That's what do they call that when people do that with cops? You know, they trick them into you've got okay, all right. Look, John, obviously Atlas of the National Parks. It's in bookstores right now. People could go check it out. A quick question: which park should I go to if I want to go like further east, like far east, like past Texas?
Well, I would recommend you go to Isle Royale National Park out in the middle of Lake Superior. Get as far away as you can in the lower 48. There's very few people that go there. There's an active wolf population out there eating the active moose population. But it's a place where you can step back in time into nature's paradise and see things as they were centuries ago.
And take a gun with rubber bullets?
Well, I have to caution you that firearms aren't allowed in national parks.
Okay, I was just
because
you're sending me to a place with wolves, so I don't know. But okay, I get it, John. I get it. John, Atlas of the National Parks. I cannot wait to read this. Thank you very much for spending time. I know you're on a radio tour. Before we let you go, is there a place you need to go that you haven't been yet?
Yeah, I would love to go to Dry Tortugas off the coast of Florida. The park is 90% water, and if I go there, when I go there, I'll bring my mask and fins and spend my time underwater snorkeling.
I don't know how you do it. I basically just want to pal with you. I want to be, you're the Batman, I'm the Robin. Can I be that?
Holy cow. Yeah.
Hey, boo-boo, don't go near John. All right. Thank you, John. I appreciate you spending time with us here on the morning show.
All right. It's been my pleasure.
All right. There you go. Go check it out. It's available. Atlas of the National Parks. You know what? Seriously, I didn't know what I was going to get with that question, but you know what? That's important for people. If you ever wonder how bears get trained, now you know. Stay away because sometimes you got unruly ones. What do you think about that, Jesse?
Yeah, some smart news. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with those bears. So I've actually seen some video footage of them training bears where they release them and then they'll shoot them in the butt with rubber bullets.
Oh, you've seen that? Okay, yeah, that's poor baby. Hey, boo boo, don't go over there. All right, we gotta go. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Who is the attorney? Can you imagine exploring spiritual consciousness through an exotic action-adventure story? The Atua Man is masterfully illuminated in this self-discovery novel by John Stevenson. Dive into the page-turning epic hero's journey, weaving together high action with spiritual revelation. Join the Atua Man and his colorful cohorts as they travel through the majestic Hawaii, the hidden mysteries of Polynesia, and the intrigue, starting with the mysterious healing that breeds chaos in London. This journey guides us through the trials of living in the material world, arriving into enlightened consciousness, perhaps glimpse into the fabric of creation. How is the Atua Man affected by the global healing ministry surrounding him? How does he navigate the complexities of love, forgiveness, life and death, wealth and power? Find out in John Stevenson's TheAtuaMan.com, Apple Books, Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Experience sheer driving pleasure. Visit BMW of Ontario in the Ontario Auto Center. Whether you are looking to purchase, lease, or service your BMW, there is only one place to go in the Inland Empire, and that is BMW of Ontario. Visit us today, just east of Interstate 15 off Harupa Street, or online at bmwofontario.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Join Daryl McCanns and Yvette Walker each Tuesday at 4 p.m. on ABC News Radio, KMET, and Internet KMET TV for the Southern California Business Report. The show highlights successful businesses and individuals behind them. Daryl and Yvette interview the incredible people managing these enterprises that range from awe-inspiring sole proprietors to world-renowned organizations. The Southern California Business Report, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. on KMET AM, FM, and Internet KMET TV.
Chef Jamie Gwen here. Each week brings a new culinary experience. So join me at the table every Sunday at 4 p.m. for a delicious conversation right here on KMET 1490 ABC News Radio.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm always amazed by travelers that can travel around the world, and they got stories for days. Atlas of the National Parks is where it's at. John Waterman, again, spending time with us. If you haven't already, go check out his website. It's available right there for everyone to go check out. It is pretty amazing, the stuff that this man has been able to do with his life. Again, Chasing Denali, In the Shadow of Denali, that's a pretty good read as well. And there you go. You can go ahead and check that out. Order it on there if you want, and then some. You can also just check out all of his great stuff and all of the national parks and all of the stories right there. More than 200 maps, historical and contemporary. There's informative graphics, inspiring images, and all right there in the book. It showcases the entirety of America's spectacular park system for the very first time. 7-pound best-selling, tells the unique stories of America's 61 beloved national parks and takes readers on an epic journey. That's you know what, Jesse? They need to start announcing how many pounds these books are in my read, because because they're usually heavy ones. Like usually they're on the on the coffee table, right? Like,
did you say it was 7 pounds?
7 pounds of book.
Wow, like a baby.
That's I was thinking of hitting somebody with the book, but now that you said it as a baby, I'm like, oh, little baby. Well, because right, like you ever think like if there is somebody that storms your castle, you want to hit them with something 7 pounds, right?
Or yeah, or just buy a dictionary. That's
No,
just
buy Atlas of the National. Jesse, I'm trying to sell.
trying to plug the book.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, just non-dictionary.
This way, the final thing they'll see
They'll-
before they get knocked out is the picture of the book.
There you go. And then maybe we'll wake up going, I feel like I need to go to a national park and not, attack people in their homes. I'm just saying. What? It's the thing.
Right?
Yeah, there you go. All right, people. Look, no truth to the rumor. This story is going to get a lot more interesting, especially as the days come ahead. Here's the headline. COVID-19 vaccine could cause mammogram result confusion. What? The patients lately have swollen lymph nodes, which is a rare sign of breast cancer. Doctors are seeing several women coming in for mammograms with the same issue. It's causing concern. Dr. Lars Grimm of Duke Health said this, quote, "When we see that, we perk up and get worried. Doctors are learning this is caused by women who recently received the COVID-19 vaccine. Lymph nodes will be swollen on the side of the body the person received the shot." Now, Grimm said this, quote, which is a terrible name for a doctor. I'm just saying, like, right? Let's go to Dr. Grimm. Sorry, I've had little sleep here. That's a good thing, right? Because that means that the vaccine's working. Your body is responding. You're having that immune reaction. That's what Grimm said, because that's the Grimm way of saying it. The side effect, though, is that those lumps will show up a mammogram and give a false reading for breast cancer. Grimm says women just need to do some planning. Either get the mammogram screening done before the COVID-19 vaccine dose or 4 to 6 weeks after the second shot. Grimm says the recommended timetable is the same whether you're getting the Moderna or Pfizer vaccine. Although I'm not sure that I want anything that's going to like increase my lymph nodes at this moment in time, because you wonder, well, what else does that mean, right? That's just me. I don't know. The last thing physicians want is women canceling their mammograms altogether, which happened in 2020. Grimm said this, quote, "We're concerned women are going to skip 2 years, and we know that when we screen regularly, we catch breast cancer at the earliest stage possible. Unfortunately, breast cancer is just so common, it's really important that women stay on top of these health maintenance things and do not let it slip. The American Cancer Society suggests women 45 to 54 get this screening annually. Women 55 and older in good health can switch to every other year." I'm still concerned that it gives you, I mean, I guess lymph nodes getting swollen is kind of a thing that can happen at any time, right, Jesse?
I actually have no idea what anything you're talking about, except for cancer and breast cancer. So I have no idea what lymph nodes are. So yeah, I'll probably have to Google it later, and then I'll be like, oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Like something else.
Yeah, lymph nodes. Well, lymph node, you know what? It's fun. It's funny you say that. Like whenever they say your lymph nodes are swollen, right? There's lymph nodes in the neck, right, which are small structures that work as filters for harmful substances. They contain immune cells that can help fight infection by attacking and destroying germs that are carried in through the lymph fluid. You get that? Now, there are hundreds of lymph nodes throughout the body. Interesting, right? I Googled it. Where are they located? Throughout your body, including your neck, your armpits, right? Your armpits, you got, see, so there you go. Groin, who knew? Who knew? I know you're thinking, wait, what? Around your gut, who knew that? I didn't know that one. And between your lungs, who knew? I always thought when they said lymph nodes, I thought it was just like right here. Oh, your lymph nodes are, and I knew
Right.
the armpits because I've had that, right? Lymph nodes drain lymph fluid from nearby organs or around areas of your body. That's disgusting. But there you go. Now, you know what, Jesse? I'm glad you said that, because now I think our audience is smarter for having listened to our show, including myself. I have a diagram here.
I know I am, because like every time I hear lymph nodes or something like that, I always think back just to like the throat or something.
Mhm.
I never think about any other part of the body.
Yeah. And look, I'm just doing research as we speak, so I don't know how significant this is, but this I think is a pretty good description of it. And this is again comes from another website, but here we go. So these are the lymph nodes throughout your body. Now you know where they're at. I bet you didn't know that, Jesse.
Yeah, no, I didn't know any of that. That's why I didn't take any medical classes to become a doctor.
Yeah, and now you know. And knowing is half the. Look, you actually have a lymph node in your elbow-ish area. Who knew?
Oh, interesting.
You feel smart. Where are your lymph nodes? I always thought it was just the neck. Now I get it, ladies. I get it. So those are your lymph nodes on the sides of your sides. So, and I think that's for guys too, by the way. I don't know. I could be wrong. All right, people. That's the science of the day. Who knew? And knowing is half the battle. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. How many of you knew? I bet you didn't know. I didn't know. All right, we'll be right back.
Don't let insurance companies make decisions for you. Go to Pass Auto Center in Banning, your one-stop repair facility with full collision repair, auto maintenance, service, and an authorized smog center. You'll also find a full-service used car lot to fit every budget with the right vehicle for you. Trade-ins are accepted and they pay cash for your car. Pass Auto Center at 2609 West Ramsey in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway between Sunset and 22nd. Call 951-849-7878.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the tax relief hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases, get the breathing room you need. Garnish wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call their Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
The Fat Greek in Yucaipa, where you can get authentic, delicious, true Greek food. Authentic gyros, Greek salads, pitas, falafel, hamburgers, burritos, and oh yes, baklava. The Fat Greek has a large selection of wines, ice-cold domestic and imported Greek beers. Come on down to the Fat Greek located on Yucaipa Boulevard in the city of Yucaipa. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. The Fat Greek has delivery, drive-through, sit-down, and a catering service. So bring in a family or give Nicholas and Christopher a call at 909-797-6018. Eat Greek, live long. Remember, if you want authentic Greek food, it's the Fat Greek in Yucaipa.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All U-Theory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try U-Theory Immune Plus Daily Wellness. 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. U-Theory.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm happy to have you with us wherever you're tuning in from. Let's go to our social media comments and see who's checking in over there. We've got, let's see, Stephen Babra tuning in. Says hello. Appreciate you. Angel Robertson from Scotland. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you as well. Stephanie Reed. Thank you. Patricia Sommer. Awesome. Good to have you with us. Elisa as well. Elisa Pezel tuning in. Appreciate you. And let's see. Stephanie says the best banana bread I had was from my grandmother. Very cool. It is National Banana Bread Day, so enjoy that. Katja Wunderland tuning in from Switzerland. Awesome. And Rosalie as well. Rosalie says this, actually, quote, my friend has been in remission and took his annual test, and because he recovered from COVID, the test showed lymph nodes. Now he has to retake it in May. He had swollen lymph nodes, that is. So there you go. Some information here as well. Swollen glands are a sign the body is fighting an infection. They usually get better by themselves within 2 weeks. Let's see. Rosalie says, I know I'm a certified massage therapist, and there you go. So there you go. How to check. Evidently, you check in the head and neck with your fingertips in a gentle circular motion. Feel the lymph nodes. Start with the nodes in front of the ear, then follow in order, finishing just above the collarbone. Check your nodes in this order. Check both sides for comparison. So there you go. And there's some information there. Now, some other information. Ashley Judd. I love Ashley. Ashley, I've been wondering what's going on with Ashley. Ashley is actually making a 22-hour trek back to the U.S. for surgery after nearly losing her leg in the Congo rainforest. Can you believe that, Jesse? How sad. This is the latest that we're looking at here, and you know what? She's tough. She's tough as she's a tough lady there.
Look, what's she doing in the Congo?
I know. Like, stay home. What's wrong with you? The Divergent and a Time to Kill actress shared an update after leaving the South Africa hospital where she was initially treated for her broken leg, which had no pulse when she arrived at the facility. Oh my God. Traveling 22 hours back to the States, the Tennessee-based star whose leg was broken in 4 places. Oh my God. With major tissue. Oh God. Oh, this is nasty. Oh, this is, I don't know if I can keep reading this. I'm going to muscle through this because, she deserves it. Nerve damage and rendering it lame. Has since undergone an 8-hour surgery. She's also taken her first steps with the assistance of a walker as she still cannot move the limb. Oh my God, Ashley. Judd, who traveled a grueling 55 hours from the site of the accident in Democratic Republic of the Congo to the South African hospital where she was for 10 days. According to this, then made the 22-hour 4 flights to America via an air ambulance back to the U.S. At the U.S. hospital, she wrote this, quote, I can't believe she needs to be visited by, we need to send her flowers. I had to continue to wait for the tissue damage and swelling to reduce. Eventually, I was qualified to have the 8-hour surgery to repair the bones, decompress the hemorrhaging nerve, and pick the shards of bones out of the nerve. I'm now recovering from surgery. Oh, my God. She shares, I am up and around already with the help of a walker. She's tough. Judd, whose leg is still lame, previously said she has no timeline for when she'll be able to walk again on her own. Oh, no. The star went on to express thanks to those involved in the latest legs of her journey. Oh, writes this stuff. Okay, this is what she goes on to say. She went on to thank all the experts, including Dr. Eugene Grief. It might be Griff. Because I don't want to be known as Grief.
No comment.
No comment. Oh, Ashley. The orthopedic surgeon who was super at stabilizing, this is what she says. He was super at stabilizing my leg with the external fixator until the massive soft tissue damage and swelling went down so that I could have the big operation. What he did was significant, and I am forever in his debt. It must be noted I was being cared for during the COVID B.1.351 strain that's plaguing RSA. That's the newer strain. That's the one that you got to be careful of over there. Sunninghill is world-class and a wonder. That's where she came from. Thank you to my trauma surgeon, anesthesiologist, head of nursing, hospital management, everyone. Oh, my God, Ashley. She says, I want to give my deepest and most vulnerable thanks to Sunninghill Hospital in Johannesburg, South Africa, for making split-second decisions upon my arrival. She wrote, along with a video of the nurses there, she said, I arrived to there from DRC. That was Congo, in terrible shape, and my leg had no pulse. I desperately needed a blood transfusion. Oh my God, poor thing. Their sisters, the nurses, are exemplary, technically top-notch. They cared for the trauma in my body as well as my soul with equal proficiency. Once I was stable, there's carefree laughter and mirth. Aww. The rest was a tribute to her beloved dad, Michael, who had gotten the text no parent ever wants. Emergency, can't answer questions, please come now. Was able to fly to South Africa because he's vaccinated. Of course, Judd, daughter of Naomi Judd, said this of her father. He has been my rock, companion, resource, helped me listen to so many doctors, critical support system, kind, loving presence, and I have wept and wept. Oh, she said she's also been rubbing her foot to remind her foot, while it still cannot move, that it is connected to her body. Oh, I see. She took pictures of her father. Oh, man, this just gets worse. Yeah, so you know what? This is what family does at the end of the day. This is what you got family for. Look at that. That's just God. All right, so there you go. Seriously, this is poor. Oh my God, Ashley. The United Nations Goodwill Ambassador added, "Let us always remember those without insurance." I don't know why they're adding that, because let us remember those who do have choices. Let us remember those who are lonely and afraid. Jed's ex-husband, retired race car driver Dario Franchitti, was among those to react to her post, putting these 3 flexed biceps emojis and 2 X kisses. I can see why he's her ex, because I mean, I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, you know what? I'm on the first trip there. But you know what? No, it's okay. You're the ex-husband. I get that. We gotta travel there, Jesse.
Yep. To the Congo?
It's Ashley Judd. How could you? It's Ashley.
I love Ashley. I'll wait till she gets back into the U.S.
You know what? Oh, you know what? They might see me as a stalker version. You know what? Never mind. I don't know her that well. They'd be like, "How do you know her?" I know a lot of her films. Oh, Ashley, I'm so sorry. This is terrible. Yeah, she revealed February 12th that she had been in a catastrophic accident while doing bonobo conservation work in a remote area of the Congo. Her life partner. Oh, I get it. Okay, I guess your life partner gave you more than muscle and X kisses. It took 55 hours, including 6 hours on a motorbike, while holding her leg together with her hands in a flight on a bush plane to get her to the hospital. She had no pain medication, biting into a stick to try. Oh my God, Ashley. You know what? This girl is tough as it is. You could tell in all the films that she does, she goes next level. Judd, who is a wilderness pro. Oh, I get. Oh, I'm never visiting the Congo though. I'll admit that, Jesse. You could be a pro and you visit the Congo twice a year for 4 to 6 weeks, working with the apes. Oh, of course you did, because you're that type of woman. Previously said it's going to take some time for the nerve to heal, and there's going to be intensive physical therapy. Of course, I will walk again because I'm determined and I believe in modern science, and I also believe in miracles. Not really a time frame for recovery. I have a journey ahead of me. You know what? There's a lot of work that has been done on stem cell research. Ashley, I want to call you. But you know what? You know when you watch enough films and you feel like you know them, but you don't really know them, and you want to know them to take care of them?
I'm going to say no, because I'm not that stalkerish. I know where you're going with that.
No, I'm not going anywhere with that. I'm just saying, I know a lot of our listeners are probably thinking, how can I help Ashley? She is America's sweetheart, right? She needs help.
Yeah, she's a great person.
Yeah, she needs help. You know what? More than prayers are coming to you. I guarantee you. Look, I don't know the doctor to help her out with that, but you know what? Strength of mind is better than anything. So there you go. All right, so that's the story there. Ashley, I know you'll get better. I know it. Okay, switching gears up entirely. James Earl Jones. How old do you think he is now?
Let's see. James Earl Jones, he played in that movie. 84.
He does. You know what? Do you know the movie he's coming out in soon? I saw a poster of it. I went in Hollywood. Coming Back to America 2.
Coming to America 2.
Coming back. I don't know, because maybe they visited from the Congo and came back. I don't know. James Earl Jones, 90. Yeah, who knew? How cool is that? And evidently, he said there will be cake. Celebrated the landmark 90th birthday in appropriate style from his home in upstate New York on Sunday. He wrote in an email to USA Today. Not sure why he didn't write to us, but all right, whatever, James. I get it. Get how it is. USA Today doesn't care about ABC. I will keep having to remind myself that it's my birthday. I'll make an exception and enjoy a slice of strawberry shortcake, my favorite. Jones says he's feeling fantastic and grateful at 90 years old. Looking back at my life and extensive career, I'm so proud of my work and accomplishments. I love growing older and wiser with time. Legendary actor of the Broadway stage and screen with the commanding voice that he has made vocal appearances with two of his most famous characters in recent years, King of the Pride Lands, Mufasa, in 2019's Lion King remake, and as Lord Vader in 2019 Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. When he didn't appear at the 2019 Los Angeles premiere of The Lion King, fans, of course, were worried, but Jon Favreau assured everyone the actor is fine. The Oscar-nominated Jones will make his next acting appearance as in Coming to America, which is streaming March 5th on Amazon Prime, which, of course, he plays the King of Zamunda and father to Prince Hakeem, known as Eddie Murphy. Director Craig Brewer said that when Jones appeared on the set, it was pre-pandemic time, to shoot his role, it was like real royalty visiting. I would imagine him walking in. Like, you kind of go, hail to the king, right? Wouldn't you do that, Jesse? I would.
Honestly, if I were to meet James Earl Jones in person, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably go for a hug. I'll be honest. I'll be like, my mouth will drop. I'll be like, and just slowly walk towards him. Like,
see who's the stalker now. All right. We were very quiet. But this is how they greeted him, by the way. Not wrong. It's not wrong. Brewer, who was the director, says we were very quiet and very reverential. And then the costume designer, Ruth Carter, broke the ice and said, James Earl Jones, ladies and gentlemen. The whole crew just applauded, and a smile came to his face. Jones writes that he was honored to return to the role from the 1988 original comedy Coming to America, and touched by their reaction. Being on set brought back the wonderful memories, and to see so many familiar faces again was pure joy. As far as life lessons gleaned from turning 90, Jones says it's all about experience in terms of getting through tough times. He says, I can say that those of us who have lived 90 years have no right to be surprised. He vows to pray for better times ahead. In the next year, with his birthday wish, he said, quote, in order for us to heal and move forward, we need to learn to love and respect each other. That will be my wish when I blow out my birthday candles. Of course, his prolific work has slowed down in years. Recently, he says, I feel young at heart, and I love to work and will continue to act for as long as I can. He will spend the day reflecting on past years and thinking about what's next during his birthday. He says, or perhaps I'll celebrate the day by watching Coming to America again. You know what? Smart. He knows how to promote. So there you go. Regina King, Wendell Pierce tweeted greetings, said, to my mentor and inspiration, happy 90th birthday to James Earl Jones, one of the greatest artists of our generation. May you be continuously blessed. So there you go. Coming to America is coming out next week, everyone. Who knew? All right. So there you go. Awesome. We got a couple really good films coming out next week, right? That one. And of course, the one we spoke of yesterday, which, of course, if you haven't seen that, go watch that again. And Dreamcatcher. Go check it out. All right, people, make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. And pray for Ashley. My God, Ashley. I don't know how you're going to do it. Ashley, get well, okay? All right, for the rest of you tuning in, we appreciate you. Ashley, Judd, how terrible is that? All right, so look, the rest of you, thank you for spending time with us here on the morning show. Again, tomorrow, don't forget, we're kicking it up with Brett Michaels. Yeah, he's going to join us live on the show here. Not sure how long we can keep him, but we'll try to keep him as long as we can. Asking the tough questions. What's it like being Brett? All right, so looking forward to that tomorrow here on the morning show. We'll see you, everyone. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. Bye-bye, everyone.